Welcome to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, where we make plant-based cooking easy. Today I'm going to show you how to make black bean soup with the Instant Pot.
It's the all-free whole food plant-based cooking show.
Okay, so it's the New Year's, and I know you're all out there. You've made your New Year's resolutions to eat better and hopefully become whole food plant-based. And I wanted to share with you what I got as a Christmas present. I finally got an Instant Pot. And this, I believe, is the Instant Pot Ultra, I think. And it has the nice stainless steel inside, which is wonderful. And I've been having a lot of fun learning how to use this guy. So I'm going to show you how to make my black bean soup. And if you don't have an Instant Pot, you can also make it just regular in a crock pot. And I'll give you the link below to my original recipe in the crock pot. So we're just going to get started. So what I have here, I've got a pound of black beans from my favorite Rancho Gordo. I'll also give you the link for those. I have 1 large onion diced, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 can of no salt organic diced tomatoes, and a liter of low sodium vegetable broth. Or you can use your own homemade vegetable broth, or if you don't have vegetable broth, you can also just use water. It still works just the same. So what we're gonna do first is we are going to push the saute button because we're gonna saute the onions and the garlic just a little bit. So we're just gonna saute our onions and garlic, and we're not gonna put any oil in there. This is an oil-free recipe. If you need to, you can always put just a couple tablespoons of water, but I'm just gonna dry saute them just a little bit and get them a little bit cooked before we put the rest of the ingredients in. Okay, so now that our onions and garlic have cooked down just a little bit, the onions are about translucent, we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients. So we're gonna add our black beans, our diced tomatoes, and we're gonna add a half of a teaspoon of cumin, and then we're going to add our vegetable broth. And you just want to make sure that the beans are covered at least an inch, but with 1 liter of vegetable broth, it should be exactly that. But I know there's different sizes of Instant Pots, so that might change the way that looks. Okay, so you just give it a gentle stir around, and now we're gonna set it. Okay, so I'm gonna close it, and we're gonna push the vent thing up to the top so it will seal. And we're gonna put it on pressure cooker, and we're going to go for 35 minutes. And now we wait. Okay guys, here's the moment of truth. So I let it sit for, once it was done cooking, I let it sit for 20 minutes on natural release, and then I pushed the vent. Because if you do the vent too early, sometimes some of the liquid can spray out and it just makes a mess. So it's better to let it sit and wait for a little bit. So overall it takes about an hour to make the soup, counting the 35 minutes that it takes to cook it, the 10 minutes at least that it takes to heat up to get to pressurized, and then at least 20 minutes to let it cool down, natural release. But here we are. Come on in, take a closer look. Wow, look at this. Wow, it's absolutely perfect. So now we're just on to the tasting. So I'm just gonna put a little in my bowl just for a taste. And my favorite thing to do is to top it with a little bit of avocado and lime juice. Lime juice is the secret, especially when you're doing no salt or very low salt. That lime juice really helps to give it that little extra bite that you would be missing from salt. I'm gonna let that cool for just a second, and I'm gonna mention to you, so if you're starting off the new year and you're looking for recipes, I do have my new cookbook. It's a downloadable, printable PDF. I just put it in this nice 3-ring binder so that I can put it in a stand, and it's got, you know, the plastic binder pages so that it's wipeable, because I know if you're anything like me in my kitchen, it's a mess. My cookbooks are always messed up and, you know, food splattered all over them. So on to the tasting. Perfect. The beans are perfect. Not too mushy. They're so great. So try it out, and if you don't have an Instapot, like I said before, there's a recipe on my website that I'll give you a link to below for just a slow cooker or a regular pot soup. And I'll see you next time.